If you're starting out on piano or you play any other instrument, learning how to play triads and just basic chords is the number one thing I recommend for everybody. It's what's going to jumpstart no matter what you want to play, whether that's like cinematic music, video game music, pop music, classical music, jazz. All of it uses the same chords. And fundamentally, they're triad chords. Now, if you're anything like me, when I first started playing piano, you pull up a Google chart that has a list of every single chord. There's 24 that we're going to really need to use a lot at the beginning. And you're going to sit down and you're going to memorize each shape. And you're going to play through each of the shapes until you've memorized them all, which takes a long time. Because say you learn the E flat major chord. Perfect. You got it. Now I learned the E major chord. Oh, but wait, I forgot the other one. So what if I told you you do not have to memorize? There's no memorization here. Music is like a language, and I like to teach it like a language. So I'm going to show you today how to memorize every single chord intuitively in a very natural way, where you're actually understanding, you know what they sound like, and you can recreate them anywhere on the piano. Every triad uses 3 letters, and that's why we call them triads, and they're all skipped from one another. So if you know the musical alphabet, there's 7 pitches: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And once we get to G, we just cycle back around. So every one of these chords, say we take a C chord, if you 5 fingers, C, D, E, F, G, we're just going to need the C, the E, and the G. No matter what the quality of the chord is, it could be major, it could be minor, it could be sharp, it could be flat, but it's always going to be a C, E, G in those arrangements. Say we took a G chord. This one's kind of tough because it cycles through. We just count again. G, A, B, C, D. And our notes are G. Oh, I'm not going to use my middle finger. G, B, and D. Just like that. People at the beginning is we have white notes and we have black notes on the piano. How the heck do we know what to use and where to use them? And something else that's a bit frustrating is this is a major chord, but this is also a major chord. Why aren't they congruent with each other? This is also a major chord. This is a major chord. This is a major chord. The reason they're not congruent is if we take this key group right here, there's 5 pitches. If we take this key group right here, there's 7 pitches in between our little gaps. So because of this, all of our major chords will not be congruent. Some of them look similar, but they're not all the same. And there are like technical ways of counting them. I'm not even going to teach you that. I'm going to teach you how to intuitively feel each of these. So let's say we start on a C. If you know, and you do not have to be a singer, I'm not a singer to do this. I'm teaching you how to feel each chord. If you start on a pitch, just think in your head. We've all learned this in school. Do, re, mi, fa, so. And what I just sang through are the next 5 notes. Do, re, mi, fa, so. And I bet you do not have to be a singer. You can probably feel that better than you think you can. And inside of that, do, re, mi, fa, so. You just need to take the do, mi, do out of the chord. And in the key of C, which I just played in, very easy because it's all white notes. And there's your chord, C, E, G. But say I went up to the next note, the B, the D flat. I'll sing it once and then I'll show you it. Just starting from this pitch, do, re, mi, fa, so. I was a little flat on it, but still. Do, re, mi, fa, so. There's our chord right inside of it. And if I show you right here, see what I mean in the key of C, it's very easy. Do, re, mi, fa, so. But starting right here, it's not as easy to see that pattern. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Do, re, mi, fa, so. And there's the chord right there, a D flat major chord. Now, the way we use this to our advantage is I want you at home to be like playing through whatever you're starting on, and you're going to be like, do, that's not right. Okay, there's my next pitch. There's the re. No, that's not right. Ah, do, re, mi, fa. Ooh, nope. Do, re, mi, fa. Do, re, mi, fa, so. And you're going to keep doing that till you find it. And doing this gives each of our fingers a job, and you're going to naturally find it. The next one, do, re, mi, fa, so. There's our chord. I promise, if you learn your triad chords this way, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but not only are you going to memorize how to play every single one, but you're going to feel it and you're going to know what they sound like. So as you play through your chords, say you pull up a song with the chord progression starts on like a G sharp major chord. I just picked we'll call it A flat major chord. And here's your A flat, and you're gonna think about it for a second. You're not gonna look up what the chord shape is. You're gonna be like, wait a second, let me figure this out. Do, re, no, do, re. There's my next pitch. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa, so, and it's gonna fit perfectly. And it's very basic ear training too. And then you're gonna play the major chord, and you're gonna immediately know what those pitches are. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Wow, look at that. And it works with everything. I will say the B and the B flat are a little bit more challenging to get. So maybe those could be ones that you look at. Actually, I'll tell you what, I literally just thought of this. I have a Patreon, but where there's like different subscription tiers and different like benefits you can get. I'm just going to make a quick cheat sheet with every single note in every major 5-finger position. And it's going to be totally free on my Patreon. So it'll be a free PDF you can download where I put the 5 notes. So it'll say like B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp. It'll take me like 15 seconds to type up. So I want to give that to you as a free gift to see if that helps you. It's not going to give you the chord, but all the 5-finger positions, if you need to have a little cheat sheet, it'll help you. But I want you feeling it fundamentally. Now, before we're done, let's just quickly talk about the minor chords, because the minor chords just change one thing. So a language we've been using this whole time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our chord, if you've noticed, is made up of the 1, the 3, and the 5. That makes our C major chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5 makes the D major chord. Now all we're going to do is take the 3 and lower it 1 pitch. So if I'm playing C, E, G, I'm going to play C, E flat, G. And just like that, if you know how to play your major chords, you know how to play them every single minor chord. Here's the C major, here's the C minor, the D major, the D minor. I'm posturing myself. The E flat major, E flat minor. And just so you can see it in action, E, C, G, C, E flat, G. And if you want to keep with the do, re, mi, fa, so, we just changed this, and I'll show you how to do that. Do, re, mi, fa, so. That's our major. Do, re, mi, fa, so. We just changed this to me. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Flatten the third. Do, re, mi, fa, so. There's my major chord, a D minor chord. Major, minor. Don't feel like you have to memorize every single position. Learn the formula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do, re, mi, fa, so. And before you know it, with a very like elementary singing ability like I have, you are going to be playing every major chord. I'm going to make a part 2 to this, talking about okay, you've learned them. Now what do we do? And just as a quick like tidbit to this, they're called chord accompaniment, where you just play the 3 notes that are in the chord. And we do what's called comping, where you just make up your own rhythms using those notes. So that'll be for next time. Once you've learned all your major chords and your minor chords. And when I say learned, we're not memorizing all the 24 different ones. We have the knowledge to construct them. So then when you go and like look into your pieces of music, most music's going to have 4 chords in them. And all you need to do is be like, okay, let me use my formula to find the chord. And as you go through that, it's going to get faster and faster. So you don't have to memorize anything. You just learn how to find your chords. And before you know it, it's just going to be like you and I. Right now we're having a conversation with one another. I hope you leave a comment. So we really are having a conversation with one another. Let me know what you want to learn about. Let me know if you have any questions about this concept. But I like to make music as, I guess, conversational as possible, because it's a language. It's not something we have to memorize. It's not a chore. It's not that hard even. It can be something that we communicate in simple terms with one another, and we understand how it works. And yeah, no matter what instrument you play, I think you should be able to look at the piano and understand how these chords go together. Because if you play the flute, you can't play 3 notes at the same time. Whereas here, we have the ability to play and hear the harmonies. So I hope this video helps. Hope you guys have an incredible day. Let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all next time.